Hi there, Zsoka here from A Pocket Full of Happiness, and I would like to show you the new products that are available in the shop today. There are 15 new die sets. This first one is called Stylish Eggs. As you can see, there are two eggs the same size. One is solid and the other one is a color block egg. You can create different designs with this. There's also some flowers with it. Again, I'll just show you some samples that I made. I used, like, to me anyway, spring colors or Easter colors, pastels, and I kept these simple. I just used white flowers, but of course you could use whatever you like. And this Easter, the Happy Easter sentiment is actually from last year. There's still some in the shop, and this Happy Easter is coming from another new die set that I will show you shortly. And then on the first card there was Blessings, that is also coming from another die set that I will show you right now. This is called Layering Easter Eggs, and this is a similar set to one we had before called Layering Irregular Shapes. It works similarly, but obviously you can use these dies totally differently as well. This is kind of how I imagined this design, but in the end the sample card will not be monochromatic like that, or at least this first one won't be. And again, I use the same colors as before. You can see how dimensional this card is. And again, there's going to be videos for process videos for all of these projects that I'm showing you here. Every 15 minutes there's going to be a new video on the channel. On this card I just used the little bunny, and well, it's a very simple design, so is this one. Again, just the bunny and the flowers, and the sentiment Easter Blessings is also in this die set. It's a small sentiment that you can, as you can see, you can mix and match it with other type of fonts, like I showed you, just to achieve a different kind of look. Now the next one is called Easter Egg Wreath. This is similar to our Circle of Love wreath. Basically it's just an egg-shaped wreath with little eggs, and also a sentiment in the middle that you can use separately or together if you like for different looks. I only have one sample with this at the moment, and this Frohe Ostern is the same, but German for Happy Easter is also still available from last year. The next one is called Floral Bunny Ears, and you don't have the whole bunny head or face here. It's just gonna be the ears and some flowers and a little butterfly that you can make. This is how I imagined it, but I will show you some finished projects here. This is very similar to what I have on the graphic on the packaging. And by the way, this is a very rare occasion that I actually have the finished products already here, so I finally managed to use them in the release video. As you know, normally I don't have those, so I'm always coming here with the magnetic sheets and the samples that I have, but I'm happy I can show you the finished products as well. Okay, so here I use the bunny ears on a shaped card that is also a new die, and I will show you soon. The Easter comes from the Easter Egg Wreath die set, and I only use the Easter, not the Happy Easter part. And that one again is the Happy Easter die set. So the wreath that I used here is called Floral Wreath, and it's a Paige Evans design. And it comes with two pieces, the outline die, and then there is a shadow die with it that you can either just use as an element on the card, or as I did, because it's a pretty large die, you can just create a shaped card. I think it's fun. Or otherwise you just use the shadow to add the outline die on top, so that you can actually do the inlay if you like, with different colors. But this is such a beautiful design. I think it's perfectly fine if you just use white on white, or just the outline. You don't, if you prefer to do simpler or like quicker cards. This one, it was also not, it didn't take long, but I did do the inlay there, and I added a few extra layers on top. And in the other cases, it's just single color. Moving on to the next spring design called Wildflowers. If you know my designs, I do love my folklore elements. So again, I this is why I have this set now. And you can see that you can mix and match. I just put some examples here on the packaging, but you can mix and match those stems with the leaves and all the little elements, and you can add several colors to make your projects more colorful. And for samples, I have two here, and again, you will see the process video if you like how I created these. There's several, well, two layers of everything, so that's why you see some dimension here. And then this happy birthday comes from another new set, and the little butterfly comes from the floral bunny ears set. And again, same thing here. I prepared the flowers, and then I just thought about the layout I wanted on my card. But you can see that I have multiple colors. I like it colorful. The Make-A-Wish sentiment comes from the Make-A-Wish die set, which is also new today. It's this small die set with the sentiment, and then there's a shadow die and also some candles, the base candle, and then you have these vertical or horizontal stripes if you want to add more colors. And the flame you can also put together from different pieces to make it more colorful, just like you see it here. I actually didn't go with a rainbow design this time. I just used shades of, well, from peach to berry colors. And yeah, I used those colors for both of the vertical and the horizontal designs. It's very simple to put these together, and all those shapes are the same, well, on the horizontal anyway. So you don't necessarily have to die cut them so many times. But you can see here that it also looks nice if it's only just one color. And then again, here is the Make-A-Wish sentiment that I actually used on so many cards. Next up is another sentiment set called Party Time. This one has a base or like a shadow as well, but I kept the letters together so that you can actually place them or cut the letters out at the same time from a card panel, for example, or just use the letters separately. And then there's also some little party hats, a smaller and a bigger design, if you want to add some little details. Here on this card, I created a shaker element with those letters. So this is something you can do, but of course you can also just use the letters separately. You can create a monochromatic look like I did here, or you can also die cut them from all kinds of colors, and then you have a fun, colorful project. On these two, I only used party, and then on my next example, I die cut party time from gold cardstock. And on this last example, I actually used the shadow as well. So that kind of holds together my sentiment, and I can add a layer of foam tape behind it, and there you could see the party hats as well. This one is called Floral Happy Birthday, and you will see that you have enough letters to create Happy Birthday or just Happy B-Day. The D is the same as the P, so don't worry if you think you don't have enough letters, it's gonna give you Happy Birthday. So here this is an A2 size card, so you can see the size of the letters. And in the background, we have an A2 cover plate that I will show you. This is the same, it's called Peacock Feathers. I'm gonna show you in a second. And here I used older letters in a variety of colors to create my full sentiment, Happy Birthday, unlike on the other card, which only says Happy B-Day. And this is part, this like flower cluster, this is also part of the die set, so you can create that with it. And another example of the word or the sentiment in monochromatic or tone-on-tone colors on that card. That was a 5x7-inch card, so you could see how big that sentiment is. Now, another sentiment in the usual font, Celebrate, but this one is a little bit different because this is slightly larger, and also it's not just one word, like I separated it, and it's I don't know how to describe this, but you can see as well, it's not just one line for the word, because I wanted it to be, you know, you can put it in the middle as a focal element, like here. So I just wanted it to be a little bit different. This is also a new cover plate, again, A2 size. I will show you in a second. Then there's this larger set called Animal Balloons with 3 different animals, a bunny, a cat, and a bear, and they have different layers. They have a solid layer, they have a layer with shadows and highlights, and then there's just some color block striped or polka dot design to give you a bit more variety. And then there are some bows here, like a bow tie and another little bow. And I also added some strands, though I prefer using twine or some thread for this purpose. But if you would like to do it or like to use cardstock for this as well, you have that option. Now, the first card I've already showed you with the party time sentiment. I die cut a lot of these balloons, so I ended up making quite a few cards. And in this one, that was my favorite technique, to create some kind of pattern with small elements. And here I used them as balloons. I tied the strands to the Celebrate sentiment. In this one, in this example, I created a grid design with the balloons and the letters, and also a new 5x7 inch cover plate that I will again show you soon. And again, balloons that I tied to the letters. And these are all 5x7 inch cards, just for size reference. Okay, so moving on to the cover plates. The first one is an A2 size cover plate called Stylized Tulips background. You can see there's some faux stitching on some of the elements. And again, as always, I like to just use a white on white texture in the background, or of course, as always, I love to add color. So you can add as many colors as you want, or just choose a few and then mix and match. And I did four colors and then just randomly selected them. I don't quite like repetitive patterns, or if the pattern is repetitive, I don't want the colors to be exactly the same. So as you can see, the tulips are not all, or the colors are not all in the same section, if that makes sense. Or like here, it's just a white texture basically in the background, just to give it a bit of interest. Now this one is the next A2 size cover plate called Peacock Feathers. This is also something that you could add quite a lot of color to, even 2 colors per row. It would probably look very stunning, but because I was really short on time due to the holidays, yeah, I did not do a lot with this. Only per row I just used 1 color, and I did not really go with the peacock, the typical peacock colors, but I still like the way that looks. And this was so fast as well, honestly. Sometimes people get discouraged about inlaying, but honestly it really doesn't take that long. And here I used the cover plate just to add texture in the background. So that I don't have just a simple cardstock. Now there's also this numbers background 5x7 inch cover plate. It looks pretty big, right? It's my favorite size. You might already know this. I've come to love this over the years. So that's why we have so many cover plates in this size. And I made some samples with it. This one is just white on white, but to add a bit more interest, I added an extra layer of the numbers, so it's more textured and dimensional. And then I added the party time sentiment for color. And this one is kind like a 2-for-1 project. Basically, I cut each number from 2 colors, 2 tones of 1 color, basically. And so I have a lighter and a darker shade of each, and so I could fill 2 cards at the same time. And then I just added the Make-A-Wish sentiment, and then done. And I also used one of the die cuts as a stencil. It's barely visible in the background. If you watch the process video, then you will see me create this. But I just wanted to have a little bit of, just the idea of color in the background, if that makes sense. Then the next one is called Wheel of Fortune background. This is also 5x7 inch. And you have some faux stitching here and there. And again, this is something that you could technically cover with a lot of colors, or like me on my card samples, you could just go with 1 color. Here I actually die cut some of these sections from different colors and created this grid design with it. And on this second one, I didn't even do inlay. I just used the die cut as is for an interesting background. And then that's it for this release. I hope you like the new products. And there's one more thing I wanted to mention that I've now restocked, and hopefully by the time this video goes live, these will also be available. From the last Easter collection, the Peekaboo cover plate that you guys loved so much. I now reordered, and also the Fluffy Clouds background from the same release, another one that was very popular. You know that I cannot often restock, So I just wanted to show you this in case you missed it last year and you still want to have it. Now is the time, because restocks don't happen very often, unfortunately. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you liked the new products. Check out the process videos as well if you want to have some ideas with the products. And yeah, that's it. If there's any questions, leave a comment below or contact me on Instagram or through the website. I do answer, and I try to answer quite fast. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.